If you thought Avengers Infinity War was shocking, this trailer for Avengers Endgame is here to put all that to shame. So after a very long wait, we finally have the trailer for Avengers 4 after, 8 months since Avengers Infinity War came out, and that shocking ending blew the world away. Now we finally have the trailer for the next one, and it's called Avengers Endgame, because like Doctor Strange said,
we're in the endgame now.
If you haven't seen the trailer yet, here it is.
This thing on? Hey, Miss Potts. If you find this recording, don't feel bad about this. Part of the journey is the end. Just for the record, being adrift in space with zero promise of rescue is more fun than it sounds. Food and water ran out 4 days ago. Oxygen will run out tomorrow morning. That'll be it. When I drift off, I will dream about you. It's always you.
Thanos did exactly what he said he was going to do. He wiped out 50% of all living creatures.
We lost, all of us. We lost friends. We lost family. We lost a part of ourselves. This is the fight of our lives.
This is going to work, Steve.
I know it is. Because I don't know what I'm going to do if it doesn't.
Is anyone home? This is Scott Lang. We met a few years ago at the airport in Germany. Got really big.
Is this an old message?
Ant-Man, I know you know that.
It's the front door.
That's me. Can you buzz me in?
I have got to say, this is one of the most amazing trailers I've ever seen for a movie. It's shocking and it doesn't give anything away, but it's going to be really sad to see some of my favorite characters like Iron Man and Captain America say farewell to the big screen. So as we all know, at the end of Avengers Infinity War, Thanos wiped out half of all living beings with a snap of his fingers. So now, Tony Stark is alone in space with Nebula. He's running out of food and oxygen. We open with him recording a message to his fiancée Pepper Potts, and we don't know if we'll ever see her again. We don't even know if she's still alive after Thanos snapped his fingers. But let's hope for the best. So after that, we cut to the Marvel logo, which disappears into dust, and then we cut to Thanos' suit, which he's hung up on his planet after he's completed his destiny, as he would say, and now he's probably doing his own thing as a farmer. We see a brief shot of him growing crops, and he's still holding his broken Infinity Gauntlet. I don't know if it could still work, like he could still use the stones after that, but I don't even know how much of him we'll see in this movie, but I'm hoping he's the main villain again, because it wouldn't really make sense to not have him be the main villain of this movie after how much of a threat he was from Infinity War to back in 2012 in the Avengers. Now I want to talk about the part in the trailer that made me gasp. We all saw this coming, but there's this mercenary cleaning blood off his sword, and he turns to the camera, and there he is, Hawkeye. Hawkeye was not present during the events of Infinity War. He was on house arrest, so he was with his family before the snap happened, but now we can assume that maybe a good part of his family is dead, and he's on some sort of revenge path. He'll definitely be joining the Avengers this time around, and he's got his Ronin suit, as they call it in the comics. It's not Ronin from the Guardians of the Galaxy movie, but yeah, they probably won't call him that. They'll probably still call him Hawkeye, but he's definitely going to join the Avengers again this time, and we're glad to have him back. You know, it's actually been 3 years since Hawkeye was in a Marvel movie. So it's gonna be fun to see him again. Another thing I noticed is Steve is back in his Winter Soldier suit. I don't know if it has any sort of significance. Maybe he just looked at the suit and was like, oh, I'll put it on. But I don't know if it has any meaning to it. Maybe he's just wearing it again because people like it so much. That last line he has on the trailer, he says something like,
This is gonna work, Steve.
I know it is. Because I don't know what I'm going to do if it doesn't.
I don't know what they're planning to do. I don't know what their plan is, what's gonna work. And I don't really know what's gonna happen in this movie in general, but whatever it is fascinates me even more and makes me more pumped for this movie. I honestly can't tell whether... There's been a lot of theories that either Iron Man or Captain America is gonna die, and if one of them dies, like, I won't be able to tell which one it is. It feels like they're kind of setting both of them up for a possible death, but I don't think they'll kill off both of them in this movie. One of them will just retire, probably. It's gonna be really sad either way, because I've been watching these characters on screen for many movies now, ever since 2012, when I first got into these movies with the first Avengers. And I've been a huge Marvel fan since then. I've been to almost all of them on the opening day or even opening night on some cases, and I definitely won't miss this one. Also, we didn't really see Captain Marvel in this trailer, but that's okay because first she's gonna be in her movie, and then we're gonna be able to see her in the Avengers marketing. I think that's a really smart move, even though those movies are just coming out a month within each other. But yeah, it seems like maybe a couple of characters from the snap, if not all, will come back. I feel like they won't kill off Spider-Man or Black Panther permanently because I see them having a future in the MCU. But also I feel like a lot of the characters like Winter Soldier or Scarlet Witch that died in the snap no longer really have any use in the MCU, so that would be a powerful death anyway, but we'll have to see. I don't know if it's just going to be that easy to undo the snap, or they'll find some smart way to only bring out some of the characters back to life. I don't know what's going to happen, but one thing I know for sure is whoever died before Thanos snapped his fingers is definitely still dead. Like, I don't think Loki's going to come back for like a fourth time now. He's faked his death a bunch of times. And I don't think Vision or Gamora should come back either. But yeah, I'm super excited for Avengers Endgame. I kind of heard people making theories about this title a long time ago, so that's why I was like, oh, it's just Endgame, because I thought like nobody had guessed the title before. I kind of read theories about it every now and then because I go on the internet about this stuff. But it's still a good title because, like Doctor Strange said, it's going to be the Endgame. It's going to be the final chapter of a huge part of cinema. Even if the Marvel Cinematic Universe will go on after this, it'll be with different characters, there'll be a different tone, different heroes. It's not going to be the same. Also, just wanted to point out, this trailer has gotten more views in its first 24 hours of release than any trailer in history. It just beat out the first trailer of Infinity War for that #1 spot. So I'm really proud of Marvel for another achievement. Also, before I sign off, I just want to commend Marvel for the incredible marketing techniques they've had for this movie. They only revealed the title 4 months before the movie came out, and only had a first trailer without revealing anything 4 months before the movie. Like, I think at this point, before the release of the movie, we already had 2 Black Panther trailers that showed footage from the final battle. So, props to Marvel on that. And I cannot wait for Avengers Endgame on April 26th. Please let me know what you thought about the trailer for Avengers Endgame, and whether or not you're excited. How much are you excited on a scale of 1 to 10? What do you think about the title? Who do you think might die? Are you excited to watch the conclusion of all these Marvel movies? It's going to be like the 22nd MCU movie by the time it's out. I cannot wait for this movie on April 26th, and I will definitely have a review for it when it's up, but I'll definitely have some more videos before that. I'm going to start my Film Toppings yearly Golden Slice Awards soon on Instagram, so if you follow me on Instagram, you should definitely stay tuned for that, and if you don't follow me on Instagram, you definitely should. So thank you, and I will see you guys next time.